Good morning, YouTube friends. Good morning. I hope you're all well. So it's going to be Christmas very, very shortly, isn't it? And in view of that, I thought I'd better get ready. So I've put a few little decorations around the house, but I'm still decorating the house. So I'll bring you on a little dining room or room tour to show you what my decorations are later on in the season. But today I'm getting ready for doing more gifts. And if you have been watching me for a while, you'll have seen last year that I did make some hampers with food gifts and crafts in there. So please check out that video. I'm going to do a simple recipe today, and it's just chocolate and lots of nice things that are put on the chocolate. And I've got the idea from this book by Nigel Slater. It's a great recipe, very simple of course, and this is what Nigel says about it. He's called it dark chocolate discs with rose petals. I have always made Florentines as well and chocolate discs, and I've done white chocolate and dark chocolate and milk chocolate and put different toppings on these. So basically Nigel has done a big round, and on this particular recipe he does pistachio nuts and rose petals. I do that as well as white chocolate with almonds and apricots in, and that's really, really nice as well. And the milk chocolate, I usually put fruit and nuts on that, and that's a nice one. So you can sort of tweak them how you like them. It's all about making the recipe to suit yourself, of course, and it's simple. Now Nigel's recipe, and it's in this book, which is Nigel Slater, The Kitchen Diaries 2, if you can have a little look online if you want to buy it. It's a fantastic book. It goes throughout the year, lots of lovely recipes, and it's his natural self talking about the ingredients. He might look in the store cupboard and find it practically empty and sort of make a little dish out of that, and that's something that resonates with us because that's what we've done over the years, just sort of like made it up what we can out of what we've got left. And that was inspired years and years ago. There was a Ready Steady Cook programme which used, I think, 5 ingredients, and people used to bring a carrier bag in with their 5 ingredients, and celebrity chefs like Ainsley Harriott and many others used to then make a dish with them, and it was really, really good, really inspiring. I mean, I think it must have been about 20 years ago, and that made me sort of really interested in looking at what I'd got and try and make a recipe with that, instead of going out and buying all these products from a shop and just making one recipe, which often is very costly, isn't it? So I do like Nigel Slater amongst many other chefs, and I do have lots and lots of cookery books. You may have seen them behind me. These are just the main ones that I use, and that's one of my passions, cookery books. We all have things that we collect, don't we? So Nigel says that for the dark chocolate discs, you'll need 100 grams of dark chocolate. So what I'm going to do is make these and then wrap them up in pretty bags and give them as gifts, put them in the hampers for people, friends and family, or you can just eat them and they're really, really nice, and keep them for yourself at Christmas, or you're having a little party, put them out on the plate as nibbles as well. The kids will be very happy with them. You could also as well make them, and then just before they are set, put a little straw in the top and make a little ring, and then maybe hang them on the Christmas tree if they'll last. So we need to replicate this. So for each recipe, using 100 grams of chocolate. So this one I'll read you, and then I'll give you suggestions of what I do as well. So this one is 100 grams of dark chocolate. Flaked almonds is popped on here as well. Caster sugar, shelled pistachio nuts, a handful chopped, sea salt flakes, a few hefty pinches, crystallized rose petals or candied peel. Split a liner baking tray with waxed or greaseproof paper. Snap the chocolate into small pieces and melt in a bowl over simmering water. You can also melt chocolate quite effectively in a microwave. Be very, very careful. Do it only in about 15-second bursts. Keep stirring in between until it melts, then you'll be alright. Avoid the temptation to stir it when it's actually over the simmering water. When the chocolate is half melted, turn the heat off and nudge the solid parts into the melted parts, letting it continue to melt in the residual heat. Toast the flaked almonds with the sugar in a non-stick pan over a low to moderate heat until the sugar starts to melt and the nuts colour slightly. Make discs of melted chocolate on the paper. and scatter each one with chopped pistachios or sugared almonds, sea salt flakes and rose petals or candied peel. Leave to cool or in the fridge to set. So it's a simple recipe, isn't it guys? It won't take long, but it would be a really nice gift to give as well for Christmas presents or any other presents. You could tweak this recipe like I say. So what I'm going to do also, I'm just going to keep this one of Nigel's, just the rose petals, and just put a few in because not everybody likes rose petals. What I do is I buy little rose petals from continental shops, and then I'll just pop those in together with the pistachio nuts, and they'll look nice. And then with the white chocolate, I'm going to do chopped up bits of almonds and chopped up bits of apricots with the white chocolate, and that'll be really, really nice as well. So let's get started, and I hope you're well, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for all the comments that keep coming in. It's so lovely to hear comments. It really is really nice. I get excited when I get a notification that someone's left a nice comment. So hello to you all, and I really appreciate that. Thank you to all the subscribers, old and the new ones. Now I've gone over my first milestone, which building up those numbers is quite a slow process at first. So I thank you very much for being here. So let's get on with this recipe, and make sure if you do like the chocolate that you taste these when you're done, because a chef also has to taste things to make sure that they're nice and have a little treat on the way as well. Okay, let's get started. Right then, so some dark chocolate, and I have got just supermarket white chocolate. White chocolate is very, very rich anyway, and I don't think that you need to spend a lot of money on that. I'll get a quality dark chocolate of course. And then I've got some milk chocolate as well. We thought I'll have a go at something with the milk chocolate. With the milk chocolate I'm going to put some mixed fruit and nuts, so it's a bit like a dairy milk fruit and nuts. With the white chocolate I'm going to do some apricots and some almonds, and then with the other white chocolate, I've got 2 bars, I'm going to do some cranberries because I thought the red from the cranberries through the white chocolate will look nice. There's a pan and start melting our chocolate. Right, so over the heater in a pan, a bowl over a pan of simmering water, I have my white chocolate and it's nearly half melted. So I'm going to remove it, take it off the heat and let it just slowly melt, and it's residual heat of course. And then a pinch of sugar in a pan with the ground almonds. And we're just going to lightly toast those off so they're nice and crunchy and have a little bit of a, not caramelisation, but a little bit of colour on them as well. I'm going to do half the white chocolate first and make that, and then I'm going to do the other half chocolate in the microwave, so I can show you how I do it in the microwave as well. So one style is to actually melt your chocolate over simmering water in a bowl, over a saucepan obviously, but the other one's really, really quick method in the microwave, but you can burn your chocolate very easily, so you've got to really do it in about 10 to 15 second bursts. Keep checking it because I've burnt the chocolate before in the microwave, so take care with it if you use that method. Right, that looks like it's done. Keep sort of shaking the pan of almonds so it doesn't catch. So I hope you're all well guys, just having a nice cappuccino, so cheers to you all. Keeping nice and warm and cosy. Thinking of buying one of these cappuccino little machines, but I don't know which one to buy. It's a minefield out there, and a lot of them use specific coffee pods which if you can't get or are very expensive, then you don't end up using the machine. So I do see a lot of second-hand machines on Facebook Marketplace, so I wonder if that's the reason why, you know, because people are thinking that we don't want to keep buying the expensive coffee. If you've got a coffee machine, you've got any thoughts on that, please give me some advice in the comment box below. I'd really appreciate it because it's just a minefield. I don't know what to do. I don't spend a lot of money on a coffee machine, but yet I'd love to have a coffee machine here so we can just press a button and have a nice coffee, even if it's just like once a day, you know. It'd be a really nice treat, wouldn't it? Right, let's get cracking on. It's lovely that sugar's giving them a little bit browning, which is good. You don't want to burn your pan either, so keep shaking it. That's perfect, so I'll take that off the heat. Take care with the bowl because it might be very hot. So I've run out of greaseproof paper, so I've only got cake liners, but that's okay because you just want to put your chocolate discs on here so they don't stick onto any surface. Right guys, I've brought you down so you can get up close and personal. And you can start to smell these almonds when they're done. And they're just toasted really lovely. And they smell really almond. Lovely, very nice. Take care, don't catch them, you know, that's just enough. Any more, they start to burn very quickly. So give them a nice stir so that they don't carry on cooking too much, because they're just perfect. Put them on the side to cool down. So I'm going to get myself a nice spoon, and when the chocolate is half melted, I've taken it off the heat and I've kind of tried to let it carry on melting, you can see. And then what you do now is you start to make discs of melted chocolate on the paper, and then we'll put our toppings on. So here I've just got a few rose petals and pistachios for this one. Give this a good stir now. What you can do if you want is make discs, round circles on your paper. I've done that before, just using a cup or something like that, so you get a perfect circle. I can't be doing all this perfection, it's not like real life. Something sent with love. It could be all sorts of shapes and sizes, that's the thing. Plus, do you really want it to look like it came from a supermarket? Just get even circles. You can do them as small or as large as you like. I think I'm going to get about 4 on this. I think from a 100-gram bar, you'll probably get about 5 or 6. Some's missing because there's a naughty elf in this kitchen and she likes to help herself when she's cooking. Like I say, a chef always has to taste the goods, don't they? Right, so that's that. 4 little discs, hope you can see them. And then all we do is just literally take a few pistachios and also put the flakes as well in, because they do look nice. And the colour of pistachio is green and pink. It's really pretty. Most people probably aren't familiar with the rose, so you can put as little in as you want really, but they do look pretty. So that's that one, and you have to put them on the side to solidify. Now for the next one. Not much left, you see. I'm going to just put this in the microwave now and see how long this takes. Right, while that one's doing the microwave, we'll start on the dark one. So break your dark chocolate up. I'm going to put this one over the boiling water, I think. Right friends, we've got the second one now, and we're going to double up. If you, like I say, draw on the back of your baking sheet a circle, then you've got a perfect round, which would be nice if you're giving it as a gift, because it'll actually then fit and look all together even, won't it? You just get like the base of anything circular, and with a marker pen, do it on the underneath side of your grease proof. So I've only got 4, so I'm going to do chopped apricot and almonds, and then some cranberry. So just chop your apricots to little fine pieces, and then you can pop them in here, like so. You can also do a mixed peel as well, because that's quite nice. Anything Christmassy. Right, so put our almonds in. So leave those to go solid. Now I was going to do the cranberry, wasn't I, on white chocolate, so I haven't because I run out, so I think I'll leave it. But if you do white chocolate, try the cranberry because it's lovely. You know, I've actually gone with Nigel Slater to try it on the white chocolate and the dark chocolate. I might put some in white chocolate tomorrow. Right, let's get on to the dark one now. Right then guys, so this is Nigel's now, isn't it? So he said just let it all, melt it halfway, the chocolate, and let the other part of the chocolate, the top bit, just melt in the residual heat. We've toasted our flakes of almonds, we're going to go with those as well. Got a few pistachio nuts, still got rose petals or candied peel. So this time I'm going to be doing one with the rose petals, and we'll try a bit of candied peel. Or shall we just try a bit of cranberry? Yeah, let's go with the cranberry because I've not used that yet, have I? It's an age thing, because sometimes I think I'm going to do things, and I do several things, and then I sort of swap what I'm doing without thinking. You know, so it might be it's probably my age, isn't it? Do you get like that, guys? Anybody in like over 50s? If you do, please let me know. Give me some hope. Right, again, some more circles. Try and make it flat. You could do any shape you want, couldn't you? I'm going to melt some more chocolate. Right, so Nigel's got a bit of that on, and he has got a rose petal. To be honest, I don't think everybody likes rose petals. And then we've got our pistachio. And they do look really, really nice actually. You go in these shops, nice sort of lovely delis and shops. Things are from abroad, aren't they? Switzerland and Austria, Germany, and further afield, beautiful things from the Middle East like this. And they're very dear. Sure, these pistachios are very hard. And then I'm going to put almonds onto it, and I've got pistachios. Just put a few crumbles on. I think they're quite nice because there's a little bit of purple. And they look quite nice. And there's quite a lot of flavour as well there. I think Nigel would approve, don't you? I think he'd like those. I've got some milk chocolate. I'm just going to melt them, and then we'll go on to the next ones. So we're getting a nice variety. Not just the one in the book, dark chocolate dish with rose petals. We've got several now on the go. Back to the chocolate first. When I put that one in the microwave, it was 40 seconds altogether for a 100-gram bar. I really like actually going over hot water. I like that better, that method. You can't really burn it this way. So, got that paper out. Again, please use greaseproof paper. This is greaseproof paper, but what's the problem with this is it's round, so it's not 100% flat, you know. Right, so this one, we've got milk chocolate this time. With the chocolate, pour into a circle. I hope if you're from America that you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope you're all safe and well. Hi to everybody in all countries from around the world. I hope you are all okay. To the countries that aren't, I wish everybody peace, and I really hope things are resolved. So many things going around the world now. Wars, man being unkind to men, fighting and killing, hurricanes, earthquakes, droughts, everything's just horrendous, isn't it? Thoughts are with you all. If we can help in any way, we must do. We must support everybody, no matter where they're from, who they are. We're all people, all from the same. So, what do we say with these ones now, guys? Oh, it's a mixed fruit. Let's try some mixed fruit on this one. So it's just a case of experimenting really, isn't it? And just putting on what you fancy. A nice thing would be, if you drink alcohol, is at Christmas time, the supermarkets, and you can certainly do it yourself, is soak your dried fruit, currants, raisins, whatever you're wanting to use, in some alcohol of your choice, and then put those in. That would be really nice. If you like your alcohol, especially the person that you're giving it as a gift to. So load it all up. When it dries, some will fall off, but that's fine. You can do that. That's it, lovely. I'm going to just touch the side up with the back of the spoon here because it's running a little bit, so the shape won't be around. So just keep your eye on the shape. And of course, this is when the weight of all these nuts and everything on the top makes the chocolate expand, doesn't it? So you want to just keep an eye on the shape. Make sure it's not going a bit of a square or anything odd that you don't want. Right, so I've got 4 trays full of those lovely chocolate rounds. Thank you, Nigel Slater, for the inspiration and the recipe. So yeah, that is the book. Great book, some really lovely recipes in it. So this is the one we've made today. So let's have a little look. I'll just read you what he says about it, because I like his narration as well as anything else. By the most enthusiastic cook standards, my cupboards are bare. Whilst being inquisitive about new ingredients, the everyday larder fillers from other country kitchens, I have always resisted the temptation to stack my shelves without stuff that I don't use. Yeah, that's a good point actually, isn't it? Because often you sometimes do buy things that may be on offer or something that you've not tried, and then things stay in the cupboard and you don't use them. So I think we're probably all guilty of that, aren't we? And then you might go to something and then it's out of date, or you've never used it, and you know, it's past its best. That said, there is a small cluster of jars with dark Bakelite lids that hold ingredients I value, but use rarely. Precious things like Italian candied peel, crystallised violets and sugared French rose petals. They live on the same shelf as the stickily dark vanilla pods, fine flaking cinnamon sticks and green cardamom pods. Materials that bring with them the scent of a magical, fragrant world. I am amazed at how a coating of sugar can preserve a violet or rose petals perfume, their heart and soul trapped in a sugar frosting. These jars rarely see the light of day. I would not want their contents to become familiar. They must continue to retain a sense of magic, mystery and preciousness. That's got kind of, you know, thinking about the rose petals and the pistachio nuts and things like cinnamon and all those spices take you on sort of a magical route to the Middle East, don't they? You know, and stories of long ago, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves and trading of spices on the spice trail and things like that. The silk routes and things like that, all magical. So I'm going to show you in a minute when they've all gone hard, and then what we'll do is we'll pack them up and make them all nice and presentable so that you can give them as gifts. Okay, show you in a bit. Right friends, so this is how it's turned out. I've had all these lovely rounds drying off and they've all gone nice and hard now. And like I said before, I've got the white chocolate with apricot and almonds, white chocolate, Nigel Slater's recipe with pistachio and rose petals on as well. And then we have got just some pistachio on here, this one crumbled up. Then we have got dark chocolate like Nigel Slater's, discs with rose petals and pistachio on there. And then I've done some pistachio and some cranberries. Then I have done milk chocolate with fruit and nuts on as well. And then Nigel Slater's one again with cranberry, pistachio and almonds. So we've got a nice mixed assortment there. So you can do exactly what you like, you know. Think about who you're actually making for and what they would like, and then sort of, you know, tweak it to that basically. So now for the fun part is getting them ready and making them all look pretty. I've been in England we have a B&M store that sells very reasonable items, and these are food bags and they're all printed out for Christmas. So we've got some little reindeers on the bottom. It says full of Christmas joy or Xmas joy, made with Xmas cheer. Okay, and you just fold out. They've got a see-through front, and then so you can just pull them open and you can put in your lovely discs, and hopefully the recipient will be able to see what lovely item they've got inside. So I'll just get some tongs and I'm going to pop them in. I've also purchased some Christmas wishes little napkins. There's some beautiful Christmas napkins about this year in the supermarket. Have a look because they're very, very good prices. This one's from Aldi. I think they're about £1 and it says Merry Christmas. I like that very much. And then this design is beautiful. It's like a little street scene, snowy scene with little children posting letters and a snowman and a little car with a nice Christmas tree on the top. Pretty little houses. So you just, you know, buy whatever napkin that you think you'd like to send. I'm going to go with these ones. If you're new to my channel, please look right back to old videos that I have from last year, because I made lots of Christmas gifts. I made a massive big Christmas wreath as well, which would probably have cost about £120 if you'd got your florist to make it for you. And I show you from just using wire and fake bits of green garland and adding all foliage to make a superb wreath which will really, really get people stopping and looking. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is put just an assortment of these delicious treats into one of these bags, and probably give about 6 to each person in the bag. Just please take care with them, because obviously they are chocolate, so don't have them anywhere that will be hot until you give them to the person you're giving them to, otherwise you'll have them all melted. So I've popped 6 in, and then all you just do is you just turn it over like so, and then you can put anything on, like a little ribbon as well. I might just stick a bow on it. And these are lovely as thank you gifts for people who've done a nice little service or something kind to yourself. I think it's a really lovely gift. Now also, if you can often buy these sort of tins. Now I got this last year, I believe, from Lidl, and I've seen them this year. I think they're about £1.99 for a new tin. You can buy them everywhere, and this one's got a Father Christmas on, really pretty. And what I've done is I've put some tissue paper in, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out and put a napkin in, and just line it with a napkin like so, and then pop some nice chocolate pieces in here. And again, how lovely would that be to receive that? And then also, it's not cost much, and anybody who receives that can use that, and if they're into crafts or they want to put something in that for safekeeping, they've also got a beautiful tin at the end of it, as well as the lovely sweet treats, of course. Then if you're having a little party and you want some nibbles, just use a cake stand or something that's decorative. I always put on a serviette, with it being food. I could probably just use 2 of these, or cut it in half, that's probably better. But I'll just do this for the camera at the minute, and then if people are coming round and having a little party, then you could just pop them and display them here for your guests. How lovely is that? And there'll be just some really nice proper homemade nibbles, and they'll be very, very impressed that you've made them. And again, you could put those out if you're having a bit of a party. I've got this huge big tin, and I'm going to fill this with goodies and send this to a friend. I will line it again with my napkins and put some goodies in. We'll be making some more sweet treats coming up. So I'll just show you what we've made. So again, for display purposes, and then for sending a lovely gift, or popping them in a nice food bag as well. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for Nigel Slater for the inspiration. And I hope by tweaking the recipe you've also got some more ideas to give a more varied gift as well. Please check out last year's videos that I made for Christmas. I'll try and leave links and end cards, etc. on here so you can click on them. I've made lots of little things last year that you could give as gifts as well, which I just feel that it's really special to give someone something nice. I've been making jams, been using up all the summer harvest. I've made lots and lots of jams, so I'll be giving jams as well Christmas time. They make really nice presents as well, don't they? And lots of things like caraway seeded little biscuits for cheese, and pepper and crackers as well that I make. Lots of different things. There's lots of inspiration online. I will try and make a few, and obviously it's getting nearer and nearer, isn't it, You know, also keep feeding that cake. If you watched my video last week, the Nigel Slater's Christmas cake, that needs feeding on a weekly basis. So if you're popping brandy or any spirits in it, please keep feeding it on a weekly basis by using your skewers and just putting a little hole in and then pouring some brandy in, wrapping it up really tight again, popping it in that airtight tin, ready for Christmas. Like I said before, if you weren't going to and you want to, you can freeze that Christmas cake till nearer the time and take it out probably about 4 days before Christmas, and then put a layer of marzipan and thick icing and decorate it how you wish, or nuts and fruits and then a sugar glaze on top. So however you like your Christmas cake. I hope you're going to have a wonderful time and enjoy the leading up time to Christmas. These sort of things are fabulous, they're relaxing, they're very good and calming for us to make nice Christmas present gifts instead of rushing out in the mayhem of the shops. It also shows a nice personalised thing, doesn't it, that you've taken time out, you've thought about the person, you've made something nice. And I think when you get to a certain age, you've probably got most of the stuff that you need, and you often get lots of stuff that you don't really want. So knowing the person that you're giving a gift to and actually customizing it and making something for them, or it could even just be like an offer of some help, that you come and do something for them or take them somewhere, and make a nice experience for them, so there's things you don't have to be going and spending a fortune on. It's just all about showing how much you care for somebody, isn't it? It's not about the things, it's about you and your relationship with people and your friends and even strangers, helping everybody to create a more loving and sympathetic and caring community and world. So on that basis, thank you so much if you subscribed, or thank you so much for watching this video up till now, and I hope to see you probably next week with some more crafts, baking, making, recycling, inspiration. Thanks a lot for being here. See you soon. Bye bye now.